Undoubtedly change the landscape of the country and touch every aspect of our lives, isn't it, Karishma? Because the more I read about it, the more, it just gives us an idea of how things are going to change for every single thing that we do. For example, it says that there is going to be real-time monitoring of disasters, all the more important for a country like India, where climate change is a reality, and not just India, outside as well, more so for us, isn't it? Where we see so many disasters related to climate change.
Well, Sneha, primarily how will it change the whole landscape is that I will try and focus on the E letter, which is efficiency. We are going to be looking at energy efficiency, spectrum efficiency, and network efficiency. The whole agenda behind these kind of introductions and developments that government is doing is to try and make life easier for many people. We always wonder that why do we look at first world countries doing better in terms of managing a disaster, or why do we look at them trying and following all the SDG 30 goals on time, and why is that we always wonder that in India we are looking at a slow pace? Well, that is the kind of common perception that comes, but I think the bigger goal that the government is looking at here is to try and make things more efficient, things more streamlined. Aishwarya did mention about the 6G connectivity, and that's a great point to pick up, because Prime Minister Modi in his last address, when he was mentioning about the 5G connectivity, also said that government is looking also to introduce 6G by next decade, and that is not far. That is just 10 years down the line, where we are also looking to cross the 5 trillion economy, and we are going to be looking at the next milestone. So it will not be surprising. It will not be something unusual if we say that India could actually try and compete with the first world countries by the next year. Because if you look at the economic growth, and if you look at the kind of development that the country is doing in terms of its manufacturing, in terms of its self-reliant goal that it has held, we are quite in the competitive league now. And with 5G, what also will make us strong is to come out as one of the strongly emergent countries in Asia. While we talk about network connectivity and ease of access in countries like that of South Korea, we're looking at Japan, well, of course, China. Now we see that India will also be considered among the big leagues when it comes to its telecom power.
Undoubtedly. Karishma, be with us. Siddharth Zarabi, also managing editor of Business Today, is now joining us. Thank you, Siddharth, for joining us this morning. We've spoken at length about the kind of benefits really that the 5G services will offer once the eventual rollout across the country happens sometime towards the end of 2023. But I wanted to talk about that one big highlight that you are looking at from the rollout of 5G services that's supposed to happen any moment now, actually.
Well, the biggest thing really in terms of the benefit for data hungry and data using Indians is speed. Let me give you and our viewers a comparison. The best speed that you can get on the best possible tariff plan on 5G today is 10 gigabits per second. 5G will take that 10 times up, which means you will get 100 gigabits per second. That is speed. India is a nation of downloads. We download everything, plus we share everything. The propensity of Indians on a train to talk, the propensity of Indians to talk even during a plane ride when you have nothing else to do, has also reflected on the massive amounts of talk time that Indian networks are known for globally. And we are also a nation of WhatsApp forwards. When you put that all together, plus you look at the consumption of video for personal entertainment, for communication, for specific high-end applications that can range from medicine to education to disaster relief, many of the points that you and your earlier guests were talking about, you therefore come to the basic need, a network that can support and deliver that kind of traffic. It's like the busiest road in Delhi. It's like the road from Mumbai to Thane. It is the road that connects Chennai with some of its big suburbs. It's the road that connects Bengaluru with its Silicon hub. and that road needs much higher capacity, much higher throughput, and the ability to provide safe, uninterrupted point-to-point travel. The same point-to-point communication principle will apply in 5G. While Indians do so much of talking, sharing, data consumption, network quality becomes an issue. Call drops. जरा बाहर आके फोन लगाना, आवाज नहीं आ रही है, व्हाट्सएप पे कॉल करो, यार कुछ तुमसे सुनाई नहीं पड़ रहा है, कौन सा फोन लेके बैठे हुए हो, सिम कार्ड बदलो. All of that should disappear because 5G network quality allows for most of that to happen. But it's not going to be cheap or easy. And the biggest thing is that today, India is now, just like it is amongst those select nations which have space capabilities, India is now a true 5G nation. Day one will not mean that every Indian has access to 5G.
Yes.
It's a rollout. It will move from the most premium customer and the easiest place where networks can be available, ultimately in a few years down the line, to the smallest cities and towns and villages across India, and that will empower us and put us head and shoulder, in fact, leagues above. There is no comparison, right with China and 3-4 other countries in the world. We will be sent out from this South Asian neighborhood that we have, which is full of economic problems.